All right. One thing I wanted to show you is, so I got some screens in, sort of a low tech way to put screens in my Skoolie is these nice little expanding screens. This size fits, but to keep it in, what I did was I put little screws in that slide right into the track, and that way keeps it from bouncing out in the wind or my cat bouncing through it. The downside is that the stop for it is right there, leaves this space. So I made these little blocks to fit in here. I'm probably going to try drilling a hole, making a new stop that's just the right height for this. I wouldn't trust driving down the road with these in here, at least at this point, because I don't want these being shed out into into traffic. But for stationary, this is going to work. Once I get my fantastic fans in, then that'll help suck the air through here. It's been a real blessing lately because the temperatures here in upstate New York have been 80s, 90s, and we're not used to that. Actually, this is the first day that I'm getting any rain in a couple of weeks. So, and of course, it's possible violent thunderstorms. So, well, all right, so let's move on. I've done some of this is I put the upper cabinets or doors or whatever on, and they're basically just a couple of nice hinges and a friction catch so that hopefully it'll help keep them stay closed. But I did add this so that when I open it, reaching in here, I'm not going to have this thing come down on my head. So stays nice and closed. I also did the drawers on the one side here. So those big drawers we made come all the way out and give me a nice space here. And I got the other side. That's why I didn't attach the bed down. They're really hard, is because I needed to be able to get in here to put the slides in and stuff. So I've got to attach this drawer to the runners, and then we'll put the face plates on, and I will show you all that. Well, I'll show you the face plates. I don't think you need to see me attach runners to drawers anymore. Okay, so let me get that one attached, and then we'll do a faceplate, and we'll go from there. Okay, so if you remember when I did the beds, and I did the cutout where the thing's going to be for the faceplate for the drawers, what I need to do is I'm using a shim to give me a little bit of space on the bottom and try to even that up. And then I look at the ends, try to get it so that there's a little bit of a gap even on both sides or both ends. That's pretty good. And that's pretty good. So I basically want it a little bit of a gap. I don't want it rubbing anywhere. And all I'm going to do is remember the drawers are made out of 3/4 inch. This is 1/2 inch. I got 1-inch screws, whoops, and what I'll do is run these screws inside, a couple here, a couple towards the center, a couple on that end, and that'll help bring all of this together. So he's getting to that first one. Once I get the first 2 in, then it's going to stay right where I wanted it. And I can get the shims right out of my way. Basically, I hold it on the outside so that it stays nice and tight, and then draw it in, and that's it. I mean, I'm not gluing them. I didn't think I really needed to. This isn't structural. This is just pretty. So when I get it all done, it should be pretty flush. It's going to be off a little bit, and I can adjust that some with moving the drawer slides a little bit if I feel that's important. But for the most part, they're pretty close. So, get this attached, and then we got to put the drawer pulls on. Oops. Okay, so now I'm going to attach the handles. I chose this style handle for a couple reasons. I mean, I liked some of the ones that stood out a little bit, but mainly I wanted something really simple, and if I'm walking along and brush along the edge, which I have a tendency to do, there's a good chance I am not going to catch myself on this. I've got some talent, so I might, but this kind, nice curve, probably prevent some injuries to me down the road. Now it comes with 2 different screws. This one is just a little bit too long to go through the 3/4 inch and the 1/2 inch. It leaves this a little loose. This other one isn't long enough to go through it. Same thing up above when it's just 1/2 inch. These are way too long. So went out and bought a couple of other screws that should be just about right. So the way I'm doing this, because I want them to be consistent, is I made up a little jig, drew a center line on it so that I can go, let's see, 34 3/4 would be 17 and, see, 3/4, 6/8, 3/8. So 17 3/8 would be right there. So I put this down. I've got it so it's going to be 2 inches down. I can just And to make sure it doesn't move, I like to throw a bolt in. Now it's not going to go anywhere, so these are going to stay right where the next one should stay right where it should be. All right. As I said, that one's too long. And the one I bought was too short. They're odd sizes. So what I'm going to do is, on the back side, I'm going to get a bigger drill, about the size of the head. I'm just going to countersink it a little bit, just enough so it goes through. So let me grab that, and we'll move on. I think you've all seen me do this before. It bears repeating. I don't want to go too deep with that countersink, so I put a piece of tape around, and I'll just take it nice and slow. This is a wood bit, so I can do that. You don't want to have it catch and pull itself right through, and then you end up with a great big hole you don't need. So this, I can bore it just to the depth I want. When the tape hits the wood, it's deep enough, and it just comes through just a little bit on this side. Put the other one in here, and there we go. And I got the nice doors. I would do the same thing up above. I won't have to bore those out, I don't think, because it's only 1/2 inch. And so I'll get all those on, and then we can move on to other things. So basically that's it. Like I said, it was going to be a short one today. I'll get the things on here. When I get them on, I'll take a shot of it all together, and then we can move on to the next project. So see you later, YouTube. Well, there we go, all but one. I got the ones up here on the drawers in the kitchen. Still toying with an idea about this, and I've got to do the doors. Well, we got the ones all up above, ones below, except for that one. It's raining out. I really didn't want to have the back door open, so I'll get that. But there we go. That's it.
Out box. Fill in. No.